Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called 10 Things Only People Who Lived in Germany Will Understand. Probably a lot of things, but I don't know, I'm excited to check them out. So join me and comment, like, and subscribe.
I wanted to shoot this video outside in beautiful downtown Schwäbisch Hall, but as you can see, it's raining.
Oh. Well, a little rain never killed anyone. Well, it has.
Anyway, guys, people always send me these articles and stuff about Germany or being a foreigner living in Germany or being an expat, whatever. Somebody sent me this one, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It's 10 things only those who've lived in Germany understand. So let's check out this list and probably debunk them all. Number 1.
Debunk them?
Football is a religion. Oh, football? American
right.
football? Yeah, the unicorns? That is 100% true. American football is a religion.
Yeah, flex. I just wonder.
No, the normal football. I think a lot of Germans are definitely fans.
I actually haven't really experienced this that
Oh,
much.
really?
I've seen it off in the distance a little bit, but the fact that I live in such a small town where actually American football really is the big sport here, I don't see the crazy...
Oh my god, that's crazy. Because I'm guessing maybe it's because they have a lot of American expats living there, and that's why it's more popular, but that's crazy to me. No, football, the American football, it's more popular than normal football in a place in Germany? That's crazy.
The soccer, lunatic, hooligan type people.
Oh, but not that.
I know it's out there, but I have not experienced it that much. I also think it's not that much different than the fans of like a college football team. I feel like soccer fans in Europe and in Germany have this reputation of being insane and crazy.
But not really, right?
I don't think it's that much different than the fans of like a college football team in the South. I don't think it's that much
passionate.
different. I'm sure people will be mad at that. Number 2, German bread is amazing.
That's true.
That is undeniably true. So good. Does the pretzel count as bread? I count as bread.
And something
No, it
about it
isn't.
doesn't make you fat, like American bread. It's a win-win. Number 3.
Okay, calories in, calories out. It's gonna make you, it's gonna make you gain weight if you are consuming more calories that you're burning. But
You see how I did the
whatever.
3 there? 4 p.m. means 3:55 p.m. Not 4-ish. Germans are famous for their discipline and punctuality, and you need to adapt to that to make friends. Yes.
I would assume, right? Yeah.
I agree with this. Germany is a very punctual society. Things happen on the time that they are said that they are going to happen. And I
This is strict.
absolutely love this because I am self-proclaimed the most punctual person in the world. I will never be late to anything ever. I've never
That's
been
great.
late to anything. I never will be late to anything. So
Oh my.
I really like this number 3 rule. That 4 p.m. means 4 p.m. I've never been late to anything.
Good for you.
Is this a thing in Germany? To be fashionably late? In the States, you're supposed to be late to things. Because it's cool. It's like you couldn't get there on time because you're so busy, you have other stuff to do, so you roll in. If you have
just
an
got
appointment
here.
or a party or something at 4 p.m.,
got caught
you
up
roll in
with
at
work.
4:30, 4:45, maybe even 5, depending on how cool you are.
It's just
I hate that.
yeah, but it depends on the situation as well. Of course, if it's a work thing, no. But if it's a social thing, yes. If I tell you, hey, come to my house around 7, you're not gonna show up at 7. Go show up at 7:15 or something.
I actually really like the punctuality with social situations.
It's a tongue twister. Social situations.
Number 4. Germany's idea of hashtag Sunday Funday. I'm sick
What on
of
earth
this
is
one.
that?
I've made 44 and a half videos about
Sunday fun day.
Sundays in
What?
Germany and everyone, all Americans or foreigners being so shocked that everything's closed on Sunday. At this point, I'm pretty used to it. Now that's kind of just like the normal for me. Now it's weird to think about doing stuff on
being open.
Sundays. Number 5, Sunday.
I can say I get it. I understand. A lot of shops are closed, and a lot of things. You know, the city kind of is a little bit quieter usually on Sundays, but well, your mileage may vary of whether or not you like that.
Afternoon is reserved for coffee and cake. The British have their tea
Oh.
time. The Germans celebrate their coffee and cake tradition, especially on weekends.
Well,
Sunday
I love
afternoons
that.
between 2 to 3 p.m. is the perfect time to sit together and enjoy a cup of coffee and a piece of homemade cake. I don't think I've experienced this.
Oh, it is a
Nobody's
thing,
invited me over for coffee and cake on Sunday
Oh.
at 2 to 3 p.m.
and I was excited.
Maybe I'm just left out. Number 6. How are you? Is a serious question.
Oh yeah, you have to.
This is great. Maybe you've already run into a German acquaintance and wondered why you get a 15-minute monologue on the person's health, finances, personal life, after greeting them with a simple
You asked.
"How are you?" I think a lot of you guys know that Americans love small talk. And we love this kind
Great,
of little
thanks.
just
You?
superficial
Bye.
nonsense banter. So if you see somebody that you know on the street or wherever in passing, you say, "Hey, how are you?" They'll say, "Good.
Everything's
How are you?
cool."
Great. How are the kids? Great. How's work? Great. Everything's good. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, awesome. Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye." And
See
then
you
walk
later.
out. It's almost like a rehearsed, practiced, choreographed, scripted interaction.
Yes.
But in Germany, if you say, "How are you?"
It's actually a
get
thing.
ready to talk because people are going to tell you actually how they are. Sometimes now when I talk to people or greet some of my German friends, I'll say, "Hey, how are you?" And then they'll say, "Are you giving me the American how are you or the German?"
Oh,
Independent
I love that. Yeah, it's do you have time? Because oh my god, I have so much to tell you. Or is it the yeah, great, bye.
on how I'm feeling or how long I want to talk, I'll give them.
Exactly.
I'll
Are
tell
you
them.
busy?
This is an American how are you? Just say good. Number 7, Germans actually do have humor.
They're very
I know
funny.
it's hard to believe, but Germans do have a great sense of humor
Why is it hard
and they
to
love
believe?
to have a good laugh. Yeah, I don't know where this perception or stereotype
Me
came
either.
from, that Germany is so serious and has no
No.
humor and is just so 100% strict, no laughing, no smiling all the time. Because I did have that perception before I came here,
Oh really?
and
Where did that
that's
came from?
just not true at all. German people are hilarious. They have
Yes.
this very like dry, direct sense of humor where you will get
Maybe that's
made
why.
fun of for things that you might actually be self-conscious about and are true, right to
Oh
your
my.
face, and they'll be very direct. And it's funny. Mostly funny if you're not the one getting made fun of.
Of course, yeah, it's funny
Sometimes
for you.
funny if you're getting made fun of. Sometimes it hurts your feelings.
Yes, that's
You
sad.
feel sad, and it hurts your feelings. But mostly it's funny.
Oh
Maybe
my
everyone
God.
at the sauna is naked. This I've actually heard. I actually have not been to a sauna yet.
Do they have
Believe it
naked
or not.
saunas and swimwear saunas, or is it everyone's naked all the
This
time?
topic, I think, deserves an entire video on it at some point when I do have my first German sauna experience.
Oh my
Number
God.
9, people stare at you all the time.
What do you mean? What? Oh my god, that's true.
No way. Germany doesn't like to stare. No, I've never heard that or experienced that at all. What are you talking about? That is the most true thing of all of the things I've
What
ever
do you mean
heard in
staring?
my entire life. Germany loves to stare. It's not like a malicious, like, ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
why are you here stare or mean
Uh-huh.
stare.
What
It's
is
just
it?
a curious, intrigued stare.
What?
But
Where are you intrigued?
nobody tries to hide it. Like, you know,
Oh,
at home, if I'm staring at someone and they look over and see me, I try to, like, play it off or something.
yeah, yours
But in
are.
Germany, if I turn and look and see somebody staring at me, they stare harder. They double down. It's
Oh my
a very,
God.
very interesting habit. I did make a whole entire video about this last year, if you want to check that out.
I'm extremely confused because why are you intrigued? Intrigued by what exactly? What? And is it? I'm so confused by this.
Number 10, cash is king. Okay, yeah, this one's on every single list about Germany, especially for people who come from countries that use a lot of cards, debit cards,
Yes.
credit cards.
This is
I've been more
strange.
used to that in the past, but living in Germany, and I've commented on this before, getting used to using cash. If you're gonna go spend money at a place, going to the ATM and planning out how much money
This
you're
is
gonna
so
spend,
weird to
taking
me.
that money out and spending it.
Why?
And I've said this, it
It's
helps
the
you
same.
spend less money because you actually, instead of just swiping your card mindlessly all the time, you have to go to the ATM, take out the
Wow.
cash, see the cash
It's
leave
real.
your hands, and it makes you think twice sometimes.
You know what?
Spending money. So,
Actually, great point.
Yeah, cash is king, and that's a good thing. Thank you, Yulia, for sending me this article. Very interesting. And let me know your guys' thoughts on these 10 things. I'm kind of used to these by now, so they're not that surprising to me. All right, guys, I'm going to go run around in the rain again and film myself in slow motion because it looks cool. See you later.
Oh. Okay, yes, it does look cool. Yes, I have questions. I have thoughts. First of all, again, with the cash situation, he makes a really good point. I don't really like the idea of carrying cash. I think it's just very weird. I think it's quite, prehistoric. Why would you carry cash? The card, it's the same thing, and it's less of a hassle because you don't have to actually count the money. You don't have to count the bills. and the money sort of, cash, physical cash, I think it's a little bit dirty, and it gets a weird feel into your hands. So I personally, I do not like it. And of course, if it's again, this is 21st century, we have cards, so you can, and we have phones, in which you can just pass it, and you can do this thing, and that's it. I already paid. So I don't like the idea of carrying cash, because again, and you need this, I have to grab, well, again, maybe I'm exaggerating this. It's not as if, oh my god, it's so heavy, I have to carry, I have to carry my purse, and oh my god, so much money. No, of course it isn't that like that. But I think it's more of a hassle. You have the bills, and you have to count them, and you have to see, oh my, what is a $5, well, not in this case, not dollars, but sort of, what is this? This is a $10 bill, or 10 euros, whatever, and then you have to go. I don't like that. I don't understand why. If again, it's 21st century, how come we're still doing the cash thing? Maybe I understand in certain situations, in certain places, why maybe cash is, no, we only take cash. Maybe, again, I'm trying to think of, I just said, I can think of several situations. I can't actually think about them, but maybe I understand, I don't know, a market, you're in the market in the middle of the downtown square. Maybe, they don't really have, they don't have the thingy, right? So they don't have a card reader, they only take cash. Sure, if I'm buying something at a farm, yes, why would they have, a card reader? But if I'm at a local, normal establishment, why wouldn't you have a card? That's so strange. But he had a great point, which is, yes, but if you have the physical amount of money in your hands, maybe it feels more real. And it's not just, so the card, well, not in this stage, you just put the card, not literally swipe it, but whatever it is, again, it feels a little, probably less real, because it's digital, right? So you don't really actually get to see, and especially I think it's a credit card. Because if it's your debit card, maybe you're more aware of how much how much it is, because yes, you have a certain amount of money in that account. But if you have a credit cards are anyone's game, right? Whatever. Yeah, sure. Do it. Yeah, whatever. Put it on the card. It doesn't feel real until you have to pay them, right? when the actual bill comes, and then you have to, oh my god, this is how much I owe. What? Yes, it's crazy that this has to be said. Because a lot of people, I think, feel, again, you have to be, again, this doesn't apply to everyone, what I just said, because some people are very careful with their money, and they understand, yes, a credit card is not just, it's actually the real money that you're going to have to spend at some point. So it's not just, it's not as if the fairies are going to take care of it. No, but I guess for some people, it's true, right? You need to, again, the credit cards are just sort of, yeah, sure, put it on the card. And it doesn't feel real until you actually have to, again, the bill comes. And in this case, yes, if you have the actual cash, the physical cash in your hands, then you're thinking, you know what? Well, this one is what? No, actually, on a second thought, maybe I don't need this. Which, like he said, sometimes it actually makes you not spend, because you're actually, on a second thought, I'm not willing to spend that much money on this. So he has a great point, although still, again, digital cash is the same. I go with digital. The other thing about that really shocks me, because I'm very confused about the situation, is the staring. What do you mean staring? And apparently, again, I don't see, it's not rude, right? It's not as if, yes, someone's looking at you, but I'm of two minds about this. I mean, it's staring in what sense? Because I think sometimes, maintaining eye contact, I think that's normal. I get some people are a little, but that's a personal thing. Some people are a little weird about this, but I think it's the normal thing. I mean, if you're talking to people, you're gonna have to look them in the eye. So that's not really, again, maybe that's not really what this actually entails. It's the staring. I'm not actually talking to you. I'm just, if you're walking down the street, someone sort of really intensely staring at you. Again, why would you stare at people? It's rude, right? That's the rude part. Not that you're telling anyone as if, you're not talking, you're not telling them anything, you're not insulting them, but maybe you can feel rude because you feel, I guess I would feel strange, yes, because maybe I feel there's something wrong with me. I mean, it's they don't want me here, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. especially if I'm in Germany, I'm going to assume I'm doing something wrong. So it's sort of, there's a law in place that I haven't been aware of, and I'm doing something wrong, and that's why people are staring at me. That's what I would assume. It's not necessarily as, oh, because he said it's, they're intrigued. It's why would they be intrigued? It's people, so it's kind of strange unless you're actually doing something quite weird. But again, maybe that's the thing. If you're an immigrant or if you're a tourist, then you don't really know what's weird about this. To me, it's normal, but maybe for them it isn't. Maybe this is not being done there, and that's why people are staring at me. But does it happen between Germans? A German person actually also stares at another German person because they're intrigued. I don't know what's so intriguing. Well, people are intriguing actually, but not as if, in order to talk to them, but not as if I'm staring at you. And then if you're someone's staring at you, obviously you're not going to go as if, hey, everything okay? Because that would be seen as weird, right? I wouldn't confront them because it's weird. They're not doing anything, right? It's just I'm staring at you. Is there a law that tells you I can't look at things? No, of course not. So you wouldn't want to go full Karen because they say, oh my God, they were staring at me. And it's, yeah, but again, that's not, was it rude? No, technically. I mean, they didn't break any laws. It wasn't something, they didn't physically harm you or anything, but it's just a little strange about oh yeah, everyone stares at you, but stares at me like what? As in, again, they're intimidating you. It's an intimidating tactic. And he said, it's something funny that no, when sometimes you, again, because you're not going to confront them, but then you actually stare back and they don't want to double down. So they have a staring contest. Who can last the longest? I think this is really strange. Why would I do this? I don't know. This is weird. Why? And again, if you have something to tell me, because I am assuming that you're staring at me because, like I said, you're doing something wrong. Well, please come and tell me what is it so I can learn, or I can be made aware of this conduct. It's not normal there. Yes, please tell me. Or is it something specifically that you want to tell me? I don't know. I liked your jacket. Where did you got it? Okay, well, tell me, please. Hey, I liked your jacket. Where is it from? So it's not as if, again, why are you staring at me? It's kind of strange. And maybe I'm wondering if, because some people, also the other side of this coin, is people being a little, I don't know, because some people I think feel a little, oh my God, everyone was staring at me. But it's, okay, are people actually staring at you, or people were just having they're thinking about their own thing, and then sometimes people look at you and they're not actually looking at you because they're not actually thinking about you. It's just because it happens, your mind sort of rambles and you're thinking about other thing, and then the other person is thinking, oh my God, they're looking at me so intensely. But then when you ask them, they're, oh my God, no, I wasn't even aware that you were there. I was just kind of, again, thinking about something. So it's not necessarily that people are staring at you. I think that seems a little, I don't know, maybe narcissistic. It's, oh my God, I went there and everyone's staring at me. Were they though? I mean, if someone were to tell me this, I would assume they're okay. But what, because why do you have that so special that people are looking at you? I would assume, it wasn't really the case, right? It's, again, you're being crazy that you think people are looking at you. No one's looking at you. Everyone's in their own little bubble, and everyone has their own sort of concerns and lives. So why would they stare at you? I don't know. So I'm unsure of this. He seemed convinced that's a thing. And apparently the person that wrote this article also is convinced that this is a thing. So again, I'm of two minds. I don't know if it's just people being, because as humans we're very sensitive, I think, to, oh, everyone's staring at me because, again, whatever, you think people are, they're staring at you, but you're not the center of the universe. Or the other is maybe people are staring because that's how Germans are, but again, to what specifically, why are they staring at people, and do they stare at buildings the same way, or cars, or just life that surrounds them? Again, quite confusing, especially because it doesn't lead nowhere. It's just because you're staring, but you're not actually, starting a conversation, or, because it's something about them that makes you, oh my God, I was looking at you because, this and this and that. So if that doesn't lead anywhere, so why are you so staring so intensely? That's weird. The humor thing, I don't know. He said, oh my God, I actually used to think about this, but he didn't really know where it specifically came from. I had no idea either why did you think that? Humans are, Germans and Germans are quite funny. Maybe it's the type of humor that's a little bit different, because I think in the United States, it's probably a humor that's more, it's a funny haha thing, and people are more into a different type of humor, more probably maybe physical humor, or not just even physical humor, but just a sillier type of humor, more explicit. And in this case, I think Germans, it's not that they're reserved, but I think their type of humor tends to be, not always, but I think it tends to be a little bit more serious, but in the way it's very sarcastic, it's very dry, it's very dark. So I think that's why, that's why it doesn't really come across as funny to, I think, to some people, because they're not used to that type of humor. So if you're not used to this, you're thinking, was that a joke, or was it, again, you're not laughing, so you would just, it would just fly past you because you're not actually, I didn't even attempt it to think that was a joke, and that's what you think, oh my god, they're so serious. And because again, they're not being no, they're just being, they're saying a funny comment, or they're saying a funny joke, but they're very serious about it. And again, it's the joke as if, oh, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna chuckle, but it's not as if, oh my god, I have to tell you this hilarious joke. No, it's just a dry comment that's going to make you laugh because of the comment, but it's more about the delivery. And if you're not used to, I can see why people are a little bit sort of, these people are the most serious people in the world. They can't take a joke. No, it's just because the types of humor are different. That's what I would assume. But I don't know where it comes from, the whole stereotype of, oh no, they're not funny. The others, I think it was, the football thing, that I'm surprised because he mentioned he lives in a small town. I'm more surprised by the fact that American football is more popular there. I've never seen that in my life. It's what do you mean in a small town in Germany? It's the American football is more famous, but maybe again it's maybe because you live surrounded by American people, so of course it's going to seem as if, oh my god, everyone's super fan of this sport. I think it's not as if they're not hooligans, but I think it's more about being passionate about it. Are they going to break windows if they lose? No, but it's more, I think maybe that's what comes across as a cliche. Not necessarily, not always, not everyone. However, I do believe, for the most part, they're just fans of football in general, of general normal football, normal European football, original football. They're just more, again, it's more about being into this than not necessarily, I'm gonna break havoc on the streets. No, it's more of a, yes, I follow the league, I follow my team, I follow whatever. I think chances are of finding people, again, it's just Europe, and I think, again, it's a sport that everyone follows, I think, for the most part. And for the punctuality, well, yes, I knew that. I think, I don't know if it's all Europe. No, probably, it's not all Europe. But I think Germans are really, really strict about this. And it's funny that he was, oh my god, I love this. Yes, I think in social situations it's a little bit different. I think in work situations is different because you really do. I mean, it would be extremely rude if you're scheduling a meeting or something with someone and you just, I want to seem important and I'm going to arrive a half an hour later. That's not being, again, you're going to be seen as what's wrong with you. But in social situations, I think it's more, he mentioned, no, I like it. And I do like the idea of being very punctual with the whole, hey, we're going to be for coffee at 5. And if it's at 5, it's literally, we're going to be there at 5. I get it. Again, there's a part of me that likes that because it's very, if it's this and this, that's very black and white, and it's very, organized, and it's very good. I think probably allows you to organize your time better. But at the same time, but what about spontaneity? I don't know. You have to be a little spontaneous. Sometimes it's just, around 6. So, around 6, not necessarily 6. So, 6 o'clock is more about 6, 6:10, 6:15. But maybe that's just a personal thing. Again, in social situations, it's funny that he was mentioning, he's never been late a day in his life. Good for you. Again, some people, just things happen. Some people, maybe it's just because I'm chronically late and it's just, there's always something that happens. So I don't know, maybe I have a different perspective. But again, it's just a personal thing. I know that's not the majority of people. But again, on one hand, being sort of lax with the time can be a little bit good. You don't feel that much pressure, but at the same time, I understand why. if it's 4, it's 4, and it's yeah, sure. So it's actually good, like he said about the hello or the how are you, the greeting. it's really, yes, tell me, is it a 4 o'clock, the German type, or the sort of rest of the world or American type of 4 o'clock, which is, gives you around 15 minutes to 10 or 15 minutes to actually, arrive there. So yes, and that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.